Hi Flosstube, it's Narissa from Narissa's Stitching Lifestyle in Christchurch, New Zealand. Welcome. Today is Thursday the 8th of August 2024 and today is my normal day of work and we've been packing and finishing some last minute bits and pieces ready to leave tomorrow morning to go to the New Zealand cross stitch retreat, which is being held in Hutt Valley in Wellington. So can't wait. But we'll talk about that a bit more later. Okay, so hopefully, I shouldn't say hopefully, but possibly not as long as normal. I have had a really busy, crazy fortnight at work. Just lots of things have happened and they've been big long hours and big long days, and it's just one of those things. I didn't even think I was going to get my holiday until right up until I left last night. Kept thinking they were going to ring and cancel my leave, but they haven't, so that's okay. I'm going. Can't wait to see everybody. Okay, right, so for this one, there's a little bit of Christmas stitching still from Christmas in July, and I've worked on my new start for Stash Sampler Starts, and I worked tiny bit on my chosen Stash Sampler stitching, which was from one of the samplers that I started last year. So I'm trying to work a new start and work on a previous start from the previous year if it hasn't been finished, which none of them have been finished because I chose gigantic projects last year. I've balanced it out a bit more this year. Okay, so let's just start, eh? Actually, before we do, I just want to say thank you to all the shout outs that I've recently had. Some of them I haven't caught up with yet. Some I have, and I've thanked you on your Flosstubes. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the shout outs. I'm just really enjoying sharing my stitching journey with everybody, and my love of stitching. This is what I do every day, apart from like last night when I came home with a really bad headache, but that's all right. Most days, let's say 360 days a year. I'll give myself 5 days off. But let's have a look. Okay, so let's start with the most expensive project bag that I own. Probably was really. And I have been making the Home for the Holidays stockings by Blackbird Designs. Love these stockings. Sorry if there's a little rattle from the plastic. I'm trying to fit this in before we go away. Okay, let's have a look. So previously we had stitched A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and the rest of the stocking. Number 3, M, N, O, P, Q, R. I love how these have turned out. Where's the other one? Hold on, turn them around. Just drop them down a little bit. S, T, U, V, W. Now I can't remember if I'd fully finished that one and hadn't started the other one, or I was partway through. Like I said, busy fortnight. So that's now fully finished if it wasn't before. And if it was, then awesome. And the last one I got done, which was XYZ. Now I put 2016 and I put an M, and that is for my granddaughter Mila. So that was the year she was born. And yeah, put her initial, just her first initial. But so they're all stitched. I've stitched them on a piece of a little tag here, 40 count bramble by Picture This Plus. And just love how they've turned out with the stitching. So, as those of you that have followed me along know, I work at Spotlight, which is like a Joanne store or a Michael's. It's a big fabric, come haberdashery, come homewares store in Australia and New Zealand. They're all over Australia, New Zealand, Singapore and Malaysia now as well. So I took it to work, and the girls and I, the lovely ladies that I work with, we went through, must have been about 40, all of us, we just went into the quilting section and pulled out what we thought might work. So we hummed and hard, and we had this on the counter, and we had lots of customers helping us to pick fabric to go on the back. And this is the fabric I have chosen. It's not Christmas related, but the colours work really well with the stockings. So they will be made into stockings. And this is my background. And I've just got just a neutral I think I'm going to put on the inside, but I've got several neutrals that I can choose from. But so love that, and I can just picture it as soon as, this must have been, I don't know, about the 19th one that we put it against, and we all went, ooh. So yes, I can so see that working. So lovely. So you know what I'm doing when I come back from retreat? I have a few days off work. I just extended it out just a little bit. And I plan on doing some sewing and some finishing. Probably a whole heap of stitching too, but I really need to catch up on my finishing. So absolutely love those. They were all stitched with the called for DMCs within the box. So there's still a couple I need to stitch in this book yet. What have I not stitched? I haven't stitched this one yet. I do want to do that. I want to do it tiny so it goes in an ornament. I've done Christmas Garden. Blessings Be Thine. I haven't done this one yet either. But I'm actually thinking of kind of breaking it up into ornamenty pieces and making them into ornaments rather than doing it as a big one. I'm running out of, I shouldn't say running out of space, but I am running out of space, especially when it comes to Christmas time. And all my decorations and stuff is where to put everything. Sorry, just flipping through, and there's this one here which is called The Meadow. So I'm going to do that, but as an ornament, not in the little wee booklet. Even the one thing I love about Blackbird designs is they give you really great finishing instructions and different ideas for trying. And I've stitched this one. Now, I want to turn that into a big drum. So that's another plan for while I'm on leave. And that was the one is called 'Tis the Season. The big red cardinal. Stitched it years ago. It's been sitting in that box of need to be finished. So yes, she will be coming out and being worked on. So yay! A finish! For delight. I'm just gonna move things to the other side. Okay, so then after that, the next project I worked on was part of, sorry, I didn't unzip this one. Here it is. Still part of the Christmas stitching, Christmas in July stitching, and that is it Hygge? Holiday from Hands On Designs. This is a limited time that you can purchase this and download the pattern. It does come in, you get a choice of colours. So you get the, it has the, I should say, because mine's in black and white, and I'm sorry about that, guys. This is the sampler, and then there are 5 ornaments that you can stitch. So you guys know me well, you know I'm stitching the ornaments. So these original colours, which is what I'm stitching mine in, which are really neutral browns and golds and stuff. There's a blue version, a winter forest, which has got the greens in it. And then, of course, you've got your classic Christmas, which has got your greens and your reds and your golds, etc. Okay, so last time I had done the first ornament, which is the reindeer and the tree. These are being stitched on, if I remember right, I think it's a scrap of, I think I've done it on 30. Gosh. I normally wear glasses, guys, but when I film, I can't do that because I can't see what I'm doing. It looks like 30. Looks like 36. I'll have to have a real good look at my notes. But anyway, I'll let you know when we get to the end of them. Rightio. So then this time round, I stitched the second one, which is this beautiful gold, in my case, gold tree. And then the little houses underneath, and then the stars for shining in the sky at night. It's just beautiful. So that's ornament number 2. I don't know if I've got, yes I do. Okay, so these are the 2 that I've stitched, and these are the 3 I've got left to stitch. So we'll try and get another one out this fortnight, or another 2. We'll see how we go with being on leave. Might get a little bit more morning stitching in. We'll see. I don't want to get too sidetracked with the actual stitching this time round. Okay. So, with me, that one actually can just sit over here. Fits. It just needs to. Alright, so project number 3, I worked on and I finished another little section, and this is from Prairie Schooler, book number 183, Oh Christmas Tree. And I finished this one up here, 8 Maids of Milking. That's what it's based off of. This is on a scrap of 40 count that I dyed myself, and I'm just using what's left over. So here is my next little ornament, and she's all done. She's looking really good. And I did start, so I started Santa. I haven't got very far with him because that was when everything went to chaos at work. So I didn't get much stitching in the mornings done for that. So yeah, that kind of got put on hold a little wee bit. So what have we got left to do? So we've got left to finish Santa, the hens, the turtle doves, like basically the birds one. And then we've got the 5 golden rings one up here. So 1, 2. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on number 6. So yes, 7, 8, 9 to go. Yes, because I've done the houses and the skier. That's 6, 7, 8. Yep, 3 to go. Oh, the drummers, I haven't done him either. So 1, 2, 3. 3.5. Exciting. So they're going to look really good. And I've got a plan for finishing with those. Okay. Right, so then the next project I worked on, just going to grab it out here, was a sampler. And that was Clara, what's she called? Clara Ann Easingwood, 1875, by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. Now this is from one of Nicola's red birthday box ones that came out last year. This is a borrowed pattern from a friend, and this one's just been calling to me. I have made quite a bit of progress. I haven't got a board behind me either. Let me just see. We'll use that. I'm a wee bit disorganised today, aren't I? Okay, and it hasn't been ironed either because it's not finished. Righty-ho, so this time round all the green alphabet has been added in. I have added in this pot, the other part of the flowers. So currently, we'll come back to that. Right, so down the little gold birds where my fingers are, and these guys up here, they were all added in. These guys here, the birds at the bottom, and these parts. And then I have chosen to put this is my great grandmother, and her name was Jessie Hannah Eliza Rush when she was married, and she was a Thomas before that. Now she was born in 1878 and she died in 1962. But her and I share the same birthday. We both are January babies and both born on the same day. Different years apart, of course, but the same day. So I never got to meet her, of course. She'd passed away before I was born. But I've always known about her. I've always visited her grave. I used to do that with my grandmother. And I've heard the stories and stuff. And I must actually, Mother, if you're watching this, I need her photos. I have asked. I need to do some chasing up. Because when I frame this, and I did buy a frame today, but it doesn't fit. So I'm a bit disappointed. It's just a little, it's much too short. But that's okay. So yeah, so I chose to name it this one rather than putting Clara Ann Easingwood on it, for my own personal reasons, because I just love this little sampler. Okay, so it kind of looks like it's finished, doesn't it? But it's not. Right, so up here close, right by where my finger is here, there's a thread here. I've got to do the inside of the 3 flowers there, inside of the 3 flowers here, and then these ones here all need the same colour. So what's that, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 flowers to fill in. Guess what's coming to retreat with me to hopefully get a retreat finish? So that shouldn't take too much, because it's literally about, the little flowers are probably about 30 stitches each. And the flowers in the bigger pots, yeah, they're probably about 30 per flower. So not too bad. Oh, can't wait to have this finished. So love it. And I'm so thankful to the person that has lent me this, and I really want to be able to give it back to you this weekend. I can anyway, because I'm doing fill-in. Right, so Clara is coming with me. Okay, so after that, I worked on another Christmas one and had a little wee mini finish, and that was by stitching with the Housewives. Now these are the Christmas rounds from last year's Christmas, and they're done on the lovely bright pink. Turn around the right way. You don't want to see my messy back, do you? So that's my back. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I say it's not perfect anyway. So this is and it's just called December 25. Stitched on 40 count using DMC threads. And that there is probably pretty close to the colour pink that it actually is. Okay, so that is number 4 finish, I think, of those. And I've got one left to stitch, and then that series will be done. And that is this one here, which is called Santa's Gingerbread. And here it's just the truck and the gingerbread guys and Santa. And I think it's a parcel on the back of the truck. So yes, one more to go. So happy with that, because I really want to stitch the new ones from this year. And I was like, no, not until, see, look, listen to me. Not until I finish those. That's scary. I don't normally say that. But I do need to do that. Okay. Actually, sorry, that one needs to go there. Righty-ho. The next one I worked on is one of my bigger samplers. And that is, gosh, it's getting very tattered, isn't it? Ann Dale, 1827, Big and Beautiful by Shakespeare's Peddler. Now, I'm stitching this on fabric that I dyed myself. And it's huge. So this is the top half. We go that way. This is the top half. And I haven't worked on that this time round. So I worked on the bottom. Oops, sorry guys, that was me knocking the table. Trying to finish off that bottom half. It is almost there. So as you can see, I've done a little bit of my own stuff here. So we've got Anne's name on it and Anne's year of birth. Okay, so then this time round, I'm gonna flip it this way. This time round, I've put my name on it in 2002 or 2020, and I haven't put the 4 on it yet because that'll jinx and I won't get it finished. I want this done by the end of the year. I actually want it done earlier than that, but I do want this finished by the end of the year. I want it out of my whip list. So this time round, I did this bird here, this one, the snowflake, the tree, and my name. And then it's really hard to see. Well, you can there on that angle. See this little brown or neutral beige. This is the color. Has to go all the way along the bottom, along here. So I've been working on that, and I started filling in. I can't remember if I had that done or not, but I started filling in the design pattern that's on the basket for this pile of flowers for the next row up. So I'm trying to kind of row complete as I go at the moment. But yeah, didn't get as much done on Anne as I wanted to, but that's okay. Every stitch counts. I just dropped my piece of paper. So she is, let me just double check. Yes, it is 40 count that is to be stitched on, and using the DMC threads, which are absolutely gorgeous. So yes, can't wait to have her done. But steady, slow, steady progress. Okay. I didn't bring them over, but I did start the next set of 12 days of Christmas stockings. As I've said before, I'm stitching multiple sets of those for some gifts, and I started set number 2 and cut out the fabric for set number 3. So we're getting there, and I also worked on a wee bit of finishing for set number 1. So there's been a little bit of finishing stuff, but I'm not going to show you that this time. I just want to do that all in the next video. Okay, so, and I didn't bring them over because you guys have seen set 1, and honestly, set 2 has the brown branch line at the top on, I think, 6 of them at the moment, and a couple up, and I think I've started one of the numbers. Okay, let me have a look. Let's go with some more of the Christmas stitching, because then I can get into the other parts. Alright, so my next Christmas one that I've got to show you that I've worked on is Kesslin's Christmas Cone series. There's Believe. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and then these guys here that you can do to make a whole lot. Right at the moment, I'm doing Believe. She is being stitched on 40 count red rose by number 12 Stitch Co. And look, even my needle is still in there because I put a few stitches into this morning. I should take the thread down. Okay, so as you can see, I've only got some half stitches here. They need to be filled in, and I'm working on the E now. With this being quite a tight weave and quite a dark colour, I do use a little spring hoop just to help open it up a little wee bit. It just helps see it a bit better. But love how this is coming out. Gorgeous. So yes, I do need to work on that a little wee bit more. But love those designs. I'll have to have a hunt and see what else she has. So we're not that to start. Let me just have a quick flippy through. That's a sampler. This one here is, let's see. Okay. Okay, so that's I'm kind of flipping through because I've got a few piles. All right, so that's July stitching, apart from a couple of those little Christmassy ones are a carry over into beginning of August. We're just going to pop that one in that basket. Okay, so stash sampler started the 1st of August. August and September is about concentrating on stitching on samplers. I have 8 that I started last year that I am working on, plus some others, of course, you know, can't just do 8. And I have 8 new starts. So 16 samplers are going to be touched, plus hopefully Anne. Clara should be finished. And I have another little wee one that I'm hoping to finish very soon. So we'll start with that. And this one I only started this week. And it is called Lost. Mrs Salmond, I guess you would call her. 1897. And this is so cute. Now this is from the same red box series from Hands Across the Sea Samplers that Clara was from. And it says, Lost. Somewhere between sunrise and sunset. 2 golden hours. Each set with 60 diamond minutes. No reward is offered, for they are lost forever. And then it has 1897. If I remember right, yeah, they're saying this was probably a wedding sampler gift. It was given or made, yeah, so 1897 by Mrs. I'm sure it's Salmond. It's gorgeous. Okay, so this is stitched, and I didn't bring it with me. You can do it in DMC 597, which is this light blue here. This one up there. And I didn't want to do it like that. I still wanted it a bluey, but I didn't want it that colour blue. So I have chosen to do it on a piece of 40 count that I've dyed myself, which is like a real, I don't know, you'd call it kind of a gingerbready, bit of pink in it. But it's one of those ones that I just experimented and played around with some of the Rit dyes and got a colour that I really liked. So you can see here where I started with the 597, and I just didn't like it. It just didn't jump out at me. So then I went looking, and I thought, what am I going to do? So I went diving into my 103 silk threads, and I chose this one here, which is number 755. and it's kind of a bluey silver. It's really dark there, and it is a dark, but it's not a real navy. It's lovely. Now, oops. Okay, hold on, calamities not happening. Rightio, let's pop that down the bottom. Okay, get my hair out my mouth. Okay, so this is where I'm at. So I've done the top corner, and I've come down, and this is the first slide. We're into the two. I'm almost done golden, and started coming across the top here. This one here is halfway, so it's not very big. So it's probably going to come down to about here, and then that's at the end. So there's only the leaves to go. So probably about the width of that fabric at the moment. I mean, this is folded over. So love how this is stitching out. So this was a sneaky, another sampler start. I haven't officially put it as part of my stash sampler starts. I might actually haven't even posted it on Instagram yet. But I'm just going to work on this one and see how we go. Would like to get it. I don't think it's going to be a very long stitch. Okay. I'll just put that there. Right. So my whip that I worked on was a start from last year's stash sampler start. So this comes under stash sampler stitching, and it was Hannah Campbell, 1838, by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. This is beautiful sampler. There's a lot of little details in it that you don't realise are there until you actually start really diving into it. But she's gorgeous. She is being stitched on. Have I written the name down? No. Still have it here. 46 count. Vintage sand dune lakeside linen. Using a big pile of them all in the bottom too that will fall out. 100. Here's another one. 103 silks. In here. So this is where we're at. We're still in the mostly the top half. And this time round, I didn't get much done, and that's okay. Started working on this middle diamond here, which doesn't look like much, but by gosh, there's a lot of stitches in that little section. So that's got to come, I think, down another 2 on this side, and then down here and mix up at the bottom, and then the alphabet gets around in between the 2 layers. So I love how that's turning out. So gorgeous. So yes, not as much as I would have liked to have got done, but we can cope with it. All right. Okay, so the last sampler that I have stitched on this time round was my actual new start for stash sampler starts. And I've bought this as a kit from Traditional Stitches in Canada. So basically from, you know, if you like, the top of the world to the bottom of the world it arrived. But love Lucy. 1827. And she's gorgeous. Those lovely colours. So Lucy is being stitched on 56 count Wood Smoke by Tabby Cat Linens. So this first time I've used Wood Smoke. It's very nice. Called for 103. So this is the colours I've used so far, and this is just the stash of the next one of the rest of them. Okay. So I didn't do too bad with my start. This is the strawberry border at the top. This is the centre strawberry. I've come along to the side, worked my way down to the page break, And then I started filling in the green this way, and I got a wee bit bored. So I thought, right, I can now take this flower off here and work on this vase, which is, so do we on this one? Oops, this little wee one up here. So not too bad. So I'm quite happy with that. Of course, 56 count, love stitching on it, but my stitching is a little weeny bit slower, just because it's, you gotta make sure you don't get, you know, over 3 with those tiny little threads. But love how loosey, love the start on that. Okay. So, as today, that's all my stitching, so, excuse me, just 1 second. Sorry about that. That was just, Kitty went running under the chair and I almost lost a silk thread. Oh, and now I don't know if I put that back in the right one. I think that's supposed to go in Hannah's. So yeah, I'm really wrapped with that. That's start number 1 done so far for this year. Okay, behind me, like I said, we're off to retreat tomorrow. So I have my retreat bag that I will be taking with me from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. I'm actually taking 2. I use one of these almost daily, but this one is my retreat one because this is where I keep my name badge ready for retreat. And in here it's going to be my stitching I'm taking with me. So I have my little DMC box, which has needle minders in it, pen, pencil, does have a highlighter which I don't use very often, scissors, tape measure, we've even got Panadol. And the other emergency you always need in your kit, plasters. Always need to have plasters. What else have I got in there? Hand cream, because if the hands are too dry. Spare, there's plaster just on the floor. Spare needles. I love using peacemaker needles and bowen needles. So I use both varieties. Okay, so that tin just actually stays in this bag with that pair of scissors and stuff like that. So I'm just going to pop that in the bottom there. Get that other plaster later. Okay. Sorry, don't mean to have my back to you guys. Rightio. Oops, I'm trying not to drop everything. Okay, so my start for what would be today, but I'm actually not going to start it until Saturday at retreat. Okay, so it'll still be started this week. It's just because I want to have a retreat start, and I thought this was the easiest way to do it. Okay, so it is in my project bag that I made myself using a sampler that I stitched from one of the Blackbird design books. And I didn't bring that out with me, so I can't remember which one it is. Sorry, guys. And then I made into a project bag using the red, chocolatey red for the outside, and then this lovely green that has a slight burgundy print. I love that. It's gorgeous. So it works really well with this. Okay. So in this bag has 2. And they are from Hobby House Press, and they are the Mary Elkhorn 1764 sampler series, and I can't remember which one came out first, but this is the drum, and this one is the scissor holder. But I know that there is a flat pin cushion that's already come out. I need to get that, and that there is supposed to be the sampler also released sometime this year. And I have my scissor spool here ready to go. So I'm taking that to get started. I bought mine as kits, so I have my fabrics in the lovely Hobby House paper bags. I love that. They just put them in a paper bag and it's all labelled, ready to go. I love that. I've put my, oops, the threads for it, and see, another pack of needles. I do try and keep a pack of needles with my projects, and called for threads. Of course, they came in the kit pack. So what have we got? Classic Colour Works, and Weeks Dye Works. But gorgeous colours. And this, what is this fabric? Is Thornfield Linen by Needle and Flax, and I'm doing them on 40 count. So yes, can't, oh, that's the bag from the thread. Can't wait to get started on that on Saturday. Ooh, hopefully Saturday. Judith, Anne, Lee, you have to make me start this on Saturday. Don't let me wander around too much and not do any stitching on Saturday like last year. I literally put in 10 stitches on Saturday last year. Well, last retreat, not last year, the one in March. I didn't do much stitching on Saturday. So I still haven't decided which one I'm going to start first. I may even just put some stitches in both of them. Maybe one on Saturday, one on Sunday. That would work, wouldn't it? But love it. Can't wait to get started. So that, yeah, that's my new start coming up. Okay, so let me just pull that back in there. I'm going to zip it up. And it's going in. Because we have to start. This is the last thing to go in the suit. Well, second to last things to go in the suitcase. Okay. Ooh. So behind me is my biggest project bag. Is my longest project bag because she's fit a big project in it. This used to have my Heaven and Earth designs in it, which I do need to finish that too, but we won't worry about that today. And the other project I've chosen to take is is my whip. So my stash sampler stitching is And They Sinned from Exemplars from the Heart. And she's such a big long girl. But I've done the prep work. Need to do a little bit more. So no, I've got other things I want to stitch tonight. Okay. So, as you know, we're almost down at the top, but we've got all that rest of that cloud there to fill in. Perfect retreat stitching. So we're ready. Okay, we've got some other little bits. This heart needs to be filled in. The grass under the hill, the grass under the girl over here. So I've got quite a bit of filling on this one to do. Plus I can do, you know, some other bits and pieces. There's a couple of borders that need to come in here. The alphabet. So yeah, lots of nice stitching. Goal for retreat is definitely to get this cloud done. Even if I'm doing that at the airport on Monday, that has to be finished. So I really want that gone. But I know I'll get more than that done. But yes, so she, what are we stitching? On 40 count Hog Bristle by Fox and Rabbit. And she was a whole yard, a slither out of the whole yard. So that's halfway. That's, oops, gonna drop it now. That's folded exactly in half. For height wise, so what's that? Probably about a metre and a half by the time you easily. By the time we get to the bottom. But yes, loving how that is coming out. And here's all the beautiful colours. So we'll get that. We'll get some of that stitched. So just slot him into the bag. Okay. So the other, oh my gosh, sorry, I've got a piece here and I can just feel it. Let me see. That's another possible new start. Okay, so the other ones I'm taking to work on is Lost. Because I'm going to work on this again tonight. Only because I don't want to do that new start. I may pull out And They Sinned as well tonight and get a little bit done. I might work on this even while this is uploading. That's probably a good idea. And get a little bit more of this done. So that's going to retreat. So we'll just drop that in the actually we'll leave that on the table. And of course I'm going to take Clara, because we're going to get those, whatever it is, 13 flowers finished. So we've only got one colour of DMC to take for that, so that's nice and easy. Let me see, so they are probably my 4, no, there's one more, 5 projects that I want to stitch on at retreat. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But that's okay. So the other one I'm going to majorly work on, because I've got that big red house to fill in, is called 1806 Manor House Sewing Roll from Stacey Nash Primitives. This one I started for Lizzie the Stitcher's birthday. And so the roof is completely finished now. The grass at the bottom is done, and I think I've got another 3 loops to come up to the top and then across. All the windows are filled in, so yeah, red stitching, wonderful. So that's another, I can wander around with this. How exciting is that? Take my thread, take this, got my needle, scissors in my pocket, I'm good to go. 36 count bait clay fox and rabbit. So yay. Look, I'll be happy if I even got 5 threads of red in this, but we'll see. It's 36 count, so you know that'll be good for when the eyes start getting a little bit tired. So that's definitely coming with me to be stitched. So in project bag, Mr. Peacock is coming with me. So let's just put Stacey back because she goes in there. Now I do have 3 possible starts if I want to. Bring those back here. Now one is a restart. Keeper of the Pins by With a Needle and Thread. I didn't like my fabric that I was working on them. It was a very loose weave, 36 count, and it was driving me nuts. So, gone. But I was watching, is it So and So's? Oh my gosh, I was supposed to look it up before I started this. And she did it. I think I took a photo, a screenshot of it. And if I did, I will insert it. If I didn't, then there'll be no insert. And she's done it like all in one. And I really like that idea. I mean, I love the cushions, but I could still do those because I have a, you can kind of see it. Just over here, in the back. Oops, hands. Over here, that's a old antique wooden thread, big wooden sewing box. And in that, at the bottom, it's probably about this deep, and then it has like a little shelf, about yay deep, about 2 inches high. And I'm going to fill it up with lots of pin cushions. So I still haven't decided, but I need to restart, get going. So that's in this bag as well. Haven't decided if I'm going to buy some fabric. I really don't need any more fabric while I'm away, but you never know. So that's a possibility for another start. This one here, I definitely would like to start it at retreat as well, and that's the Needles Notions. It's the Alphabetti's House, and I love this. Look, it's turned into like a big needle book, which in reality it's not big. I think it works out. Alphabetti's House is design size if you do it on 32, which I won't. I'll do it on probably 36 or 40. I'll make it smaller. And that is So 32 count is 6 3/4 inches by 5.5 inches, which is really not that big. It's only 106 stitches wide and 83 high. So even on 40 count, 83 high, what's that? Divided by 2, 4 inches high. Is it about that big? That'd be quite cool little wee needlebook, wouldn't it? But I just love that. So I need to pull my DMC threads before we go so that I can work on that if I want to start that. And I do have a neutral 36 count in here, but like I said, I still haven't decided, do I want to do it 36 or do I possibly art, or I do have another 36 count. It is a second, but it is salt bush from Fox and Rabbit, which would look quite cool for the back of that as well. So I have that one to start, and I have one more. I know, crazy, but then I'm gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days, so I can do 4 starts. And I would like to start Hello and Goodbye. This little wee gorgeous little pussycat, and here's another needle book. DMC threads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colours, and one of them you need 2 of, which I think is the purple, because that's on the, you stitch all the inside as well. So you do the front, the back, and you stitch the inside. Isn't that gorgeous? And I know there is a puppy one. Who was it by? It's called Lady Catherine Kitty, Hello and Goodbye. Oh, here we go. Summer House Stitchworks. Love her stuff, and I haven't actually stitched a lot of it. I've done one, which I must find that. But I so love that kitty. Oh, and I think that's what that is going to go on this, which is going to be tiny. It's only going to be. So yay. So that is 3 more possible starts, and let's flip that into there because that's going to go in that folder. Okay, and in this folder it also has some on smalls. So I'm still working on these guys. Where are they? Stuck under my finger. So we've still got this one as well. Now these are 36 count. So that's nice, easy stitching. 2 colours. And I've got another couple of pieces to do the next one on as well. So nice, easy. Could do that as well. So I've got lots of projects I'm taking. Crazy, isn't it? But we'll get some of it worked on. Just get that tucked in there. Okay, so that lot. Yeah. It's good to make these bags or folios, and you get lots of room, but then you put so much in it. Okay, so that one is in there. So that's 3 project bags, plus I've got my one that will have these 2 samplers in them. And that will also have this in it, because that's just where it lives. And then I have to just, I think that's enough. Oh, and the 12 stockings of Christmas, that'll be going with me as well, because that's on 32 count, so I can do that, even though it's black, I can do that at night. That'll be nice, easy stitching. I think that's it. I'm probably going to squeeze another project bag or 2 in there. You know, I'm going to need something to sit with at the airport, aren't I? That I can see easy. That might be the 12 stockings. Might put that one into my carry-on bag. Because yes, I could sit and do that at the airport, no problem. I've done that before. Okay, let me think. What else do we need? So I've done my table mate gifts. not going to show you those now. I will take some photos and I will show you. I even made one for me. I actually got mine finished too. So I'll show you that next time. That will go with that. Let me think. No, I think that is all of that stuff. Okay, so like I said, I've got a few days off after retreat, and I will be working on some stitching. I'll be working on some more finishing, because I've been slowly working on the ornament finishing, but nothing is complete yet. So I don't want to show you that until we get a bit further along. But there is some big progress in all of those. Let me see. Oh, so we probably should really work out what we're going to start the next week, shouldn't we? I haven't decided. Can we leave that as a surprise, do you think? Because Thursday, I'm just looking at the baskets, sorry. Thursday next week will be the start of week 3. So we need to work out what we're going to work on. If I say I'm going to pick up a project, then I won't pick it up. I won't want to. So we're going to leave, no, we're going to leave it for a surprise. That will make it more interesting. So then it'll be 2 weeks before I film again. I'm trying to kind of keep to that routine, just because it works out easier for me to slot it all in. We'll see. Otherwise I might have to do a week and a bit. We'll see. But yeah, possibly 2 weeks. Okay, so guys, we're at the end. So please remember, 1 stitch at a time is going to get all the samplers finished in the Christmas ornaments. But 1 stitch at a time will get your project done. Don't stress about how many projects you have, how many new starts, how many finishes, how fast or how slow you are at stitching. Do not worry about it. It's about enjoying the journey, enjoying the passion that we all share for the same hobby, the same stress reliever, whatever you want to call it. For me, it's all of those things. When I come home and I've had a stressful day, 98% of the time I need to pick that needle up and stab something. It just makes me feel better. I calm down, I soothe down within probably 10 minutes. And that's a really good thing. All right, so yeah, for those of you going to the retreat, if you see this before Saturday, I'll see you there. If you don't, please enjoy. Ladies, enjoy your retreat. I know there's some retreats going on in America, and I cannot remember the names of them for this weekend coming. Sorry, guys. But yes, enjoy. If you get the opportunity to go to these things, please do. It's great. You get to meet new people. You get inspired. You might get to see new designers that you've never seen before. You know, because when you're, even if you're watching Flosstube, there's a lot that we all sort of stitch the same because we get shown it. So that's what we think of. That's, oh, I've got to do that. Oh, I like that. But you don't necessarily see all the new designers coming through. They're there, but not always being shown. And they will be. So, okay, guys, happy stitching. I'm going to try and put some stitches in this weekend. I'm going to at least get one of those projects started, if not more. But yeah, happy stitching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.